Hello everybody. I've been seeing a good many videos based on man caves built in these sheds. I decided to get my own. This shed was built at Ride Shed Company in Evergreen, Alabama, just up the road from me. As you can see, this is a cottage shed. It's not the big barn or anything, but I got it made exactly the way I want it. This is a 10 by 16. As you can see, I also got some concrete steps here that I made out of paving stones. Came from Evergreen Concrete. As you can see below here, to give me a little extra step, I just have a regular wood pallet and I put the concrete on top of it. Let's go in and just see what all we've done here. This actually, when I bought it, was completely just a plain shed. It didn't have any kind of finishing whatsoever. I bought all of this wood and everything from Pensacola Salvage in Monroeville and pretty much worked from there. They added a bunch of signs, some things like that. So of course the Alabama logo. I'm an Alabama fan, of course. Bear Bryant, Nick Saban. Here's my TV. This is called a Game Stick Lite, and it pretty much has just any kind of video game, old school video game you'd want to have. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, although Nintendo games, Atari games, things like that. It goes through Super Nintendo, even a few PlayStation games. Just have a few posters on the wall here that I had got frames for. I built these shelves myself. These were just made out of regular 1x4s, and of course I later stained them. A few more signs here. The doors, of course, I stained and painted. They just had the regular chipboard that they made the shed out of, and there was writing on the inside. I thought it looked better done this way. Probably seeing a lot of mirrors and things. Those were my father's, and of course my wife also gave me a few of them, and I just thought those would make a nice addition to the shed. Pretty much added in a chair, added in a couch, of course a few other little extras here. Couldn't stay out here in Alabama without your air conditioner. This is just a 5,000 BTU. It cools the place off great. Little mini fridge, just a shelf to keep things. I had an old karaoke machine, but it also had a radio in it and had a cassette player. I thought if nothing else during football season, if games weren't televised, we could listen to them over the radio. Of course, a fan. And pretty much, y'all, anything on here that you see, you could probably get from eBay, or you could get from your local dollar store or Walmart. It's nothing really special. I did get a few things from Goodwill and some of your thrift stores, but overall, you can see just some of the things that's on here. Now, this TV, besides having video games, it also has different apps on it. This is actually a smart TV, and I'm able to run all of this through the internet in my house, which pretty much has all of this running off of it. Of course, you have Tubi, you have your different apps. Of course, I have HBO anyway, so there's Max right there. Of course, they've changed from HBO Max to Max. Finally, I actually have a little small computer here. And while I was building it, I actually ran the HDMI cable through the wall so it wouldn't just be showing. I also ran my outside antenna cable through the wall the same way. So I actually can pick up local TV with an antenna, and I can get all the various cable shows through the internet. And of course, if I can't get it that way, I can get it through the old computer that I'm using. Overall, this shed itself was $6,000, and of course I've added a good little bit to it to make it, you know, more of a man cave than just a shed. But it's really to me, a really nice place just to have a little getaway of your own, just if you want to go out and think to yourself, or if you need to just go hang out, play some video games, things like that. I've had several people ask me about my signs. Of course, some of these are old car tags, but like the Champion sign and the Gulf sign, of course the Corvette sign. I'm actually on a Corvette, so I had to have my Corvette sign. All of these came off of eBay, different sellers. The Salter Saloon sign actually was made by a guy in Ohio who does great work. Of course, different types of signs that you can get online here. I actually ordered the Alabama light switch plate. It was a lady in Opelika that had it, of all places, very close to Auburn. Just different types of signs and pictures. I tried to kind of go by different themes in different areas. Of course, we have the Rat Pack here, and we have, probably can't see it, but Goodfellas, The Sopranos, and just some different things here. Of course, music. Being a former musician myself, there's Elvis, Johnny Cash, of course the Blues Brothers, and a few other bands. Probably my favorite thing in here is this Killian's Irish Red mirror that my wife gave me a few years ago. Here's a Afghan my mother actually made me for my couch in here. Alabama logo and all. Well, this is going to wrap it up, but I just thought I would share this with everybody. I know a lot of people are getting into these man caves and getting into building tiny houses. And for this 10 by 16, I think it's just a great size for just a small man cave for you to hang out in and just do little stuff. And I hope this may answer some questions for some of you that might be thinking about doing this but just hadn't decided to pull the trigger yet. Thank you.